Welcome back to December in Zilanka. I went inside and was cooking up some dinner, and I was just doing some checks to see where we needed to take items tomorrow to get the best prices. And well, I realized I made a mistake. We actually have a couple things we need to sell this month in order to get the max profit out. So I'm glad I realized that, but it just means we gotta hurry up with the rest of our night. So we have some wheat that we're gonna need to load up and sell off. We'll probably do two trailer loads. We have about 21,000 liters of wheat. Yep, 21,500. So we'll just do a couple of trailer loads. We'll keep some on standby, partially for the chickens and partially for our new flour production. And also with the flour production, that is the other item that needs to get sold today. So we're gonna go and get this sold off, make a quick profit, and then we'll see where the rest of the night takes us. But yeah, gotta get going because some of these places are gonna be closing up, especially the holiday season. They might be closing up early. So we have 16,000 liters of wheat that we're gonna be selling off, taking them to the farmers market. We'll see what we get out of that. And then I think I'm gonna sell it to a vendor there, and the vendor will sell off as they need, so we can just bulk sell it. Might be taking a little price cut, but that's just the easiest way for us to do it, especially on this short time. But here we are. So we'll dump this off. This is just one of the two trailer loads, so this is half of the total of what we're gonna get. And then the flour that we have, there's a bakery in town that needed some, so we will be heading there next. But let's see what our total is. And love that. Almost $10,000 per trailer load. So we'll run back, fill up a second trailer, and dump it off here. And we'll be sitting pretty good. So a total profit on that load of same thing, just under 10 grand. So that's a big relief. So we're to run this back, drop off the trailer and the Challenger, then we'll get our new flatbed trailer, the John Deere, and load up the pallets of flour that we have and run that over to the bakery. Well, since I have been keeping up on stacking this stuff, I'm hoping this won't be too bad. So we only got 5 pallets to sell. Still whipping around over here. Boy, take it easy. Nice and slow, keep it steady. Ugh. I am so poor with this setup. That's alright. Come on, come on. Okay, a little lower. Alright, we just gotta hope that top one doesn't fall off. Alright. Slow and steady, slow and steady. Oh boy. Very slow. And very steady. I'm just gonna get it on where I can, and we'll strap it down as is. So we can lift this up a little bit. Creep it forward. Put it down. Oh boy. Don't fall. There we go. Perfect. I'm gonna get this strapped down before it does fall. But yeah, it wasn't too bad. Getting more experienced every day. So we got a strap over those 3. Up and back in here. These other 2 should just be a breeze. Yes, we can go get it all. Oh, that could have been catastrophic. We can go get it all sold off. Yep. Same deal. That does give me confidence for the lettuce because we have a lot of lettuce to sell there, and well, we just did a 3 high stack of flour, which is they weigh a bit more and got a bit more height to them, so we actually should be pretty good getting all those lettuce balls loaded up. Perfect. Okay. Get this all reattached. Awesome. So I'll strap this down. Then, I've never been to the bakery in town. I know that's who's selling or buying, but that's where I'm going to head right now. So I'm going to look up where it's at and then head on over there. Well, this is the bakery we dealt with. So we sold off all of those flours. All of that flour. It was 5,000 liters total, and we made just over 12 grand. So I do think that the flour production was definitely a good investment on our part. And yeah, that just gave us that much extra cash. Turned our wheat into something a little more profitable. So definitely something we're going to continue doing moving forward. When that barley's grown, that can also get made into flour. So yeah, that was a good call. But we're gonna head back, and I think that's all we needed to get sold today. It's once again getting late, so we could probably just call it there, and I can relax and get back to making supper. Alright, all of our equipment is all put back, so I'm gonna head in, call it a night for the second time, and then we'll see what January has in store for us. Well, good morning and Happy New Year. We are January in Sri Lanka. New year and some new opportunities. So to start out, I think the plan is to go and get the grass field limed up. We just gotta throw some lime down on those new areas that we created with it. So we'll get going there. We gotta wait a little bit, let the shops open up before we decide to sell anything. But yeah, we'll go get it all limed up and taken care of, and then kind of see where and what we're thinking for selling off products today. And we've arrived at the field, so we just got to get these spots that didn't have anything planted in them before. So let's get this fired up, hoping we have enough. Yeah, it shouldn't be too bad at all. We got a little bit of overlap, but it's all good, and it's actually dropping a lot faster than I anticipated. We had a little bit left over at our field, but looks like we're gonna run out, and I'm gonna be making a trip to the store. Did not realize it was gonna go that quick. So is it even worth? Yeah, we'll just use up everything, but it'll just be a couple seconds of use. And a lot of that was doubled up anyways, so we are out. So yes, I will head up over to the shop, grab a new bag of lime. I might even need two, and we'll get this all taken care of. But while we're here, let's look at these guys. All look to be doing pretty good. Health is good, and milk is at 2,500 liters. We were only at, I think it was like 13. So yeah, having those extra cattle really helped out with the production numbers. That's great. And food is still good, so they're not blowing through it. I'm really hoping to get the TMR mixed up here soon. I know we gotta get this grass field turned over as soon as possible so we can get some hay, but it's all right for now. But yeah, I'll head back and get some lime, finish this up, and see what the plan is for the day. So I went and refilled the lime, just finishing up here. A couple more spots that we need to hit, and then we'll be all set. So there we go. That is all taken care of. Fields are all prepped. And that's it for the day. It's really the only farm work we had. The dairy situation is looking good. We have a couple options. We can either sell off the milk that we have from the cow, sell it raw, and get in a little extra cash. Or when I was at the shop, I was looking at a couple things and some lumber prices and all that, and my calculations say that it's about $36,000 to set up a little dairy production site that basically just allows us to take the milk and get it bottled up, or turn it into butter, some cheese. So we have some options if we went that route. But it's 36,000 upfront that we're gonna need to do that. We're getting close, but selling milk would put us there, but then we have nothing to put in our production. So I'm not sure if that's going to be the best move. The other thing we could look at purchasing is the a TMR mixer. But again, we don't have hay, so that's kind of useless for us at this point in time. We'd have to wait until at least March, probably even April or May time. So that's not necessarily something we need today. We are going to get some lettuce in next month, and that's going to be a huge cash crop for us. So that's probably something we can hold off and consider on both of these items. So I think for right now, we're just going to kind of get some stuff moved around here, and really, with the lumber prices being good, I wouldn't mind building another shed so we can store the rest of our tools somewhere else over in here. So that might be what I go look at. I might go talk to the guys at the shop in the lumber yard and see what we can get going, if we can get something similar to this shed here, or I wouldn't mind something a little bit bigger, but something to put in this area so we can possibly store our production items like the lettuce and flour, and then the rest of these tools that we have. So I think that's kind of the plan right now. I'm going to go over there, talk to the people at the shop, and see what we can get done. All right, I am stoked. So stopped at the shop, was talking to him about possibly getting a new shed in. Nothing crazy. I didn't need it to open or close. It was basically just I just needed a roof over my head for some of my equipment and a couple items I wanted to store. And they had quite the deal for me. So apparently someone thought they wanted one. They brought in they brought in all the lumber for it. And then the people changed their mind and decided they wanted a full enclosed garage. So they needed to get rid of the lumber and product that they had for this particular unit. And so this is what we came up with. Yes, right here. So got some decent room. Like I said, we should be able to put all of our equipment down there. And then the other thing is I want to get all these lettuce pallets moved under here so they're better protected from the elements. We can put the flour under here. And I know we have some stuff over at the shop. Yes, as you can see, the fertilizer and the lime. I would like to get all that moved under here. So I'm going to spend the next little bit trying to get all this picked up and moved around, and make sure we're keeping our farmyard nice. So yeah, that's awesome though. I'm excited that we were able to get such a good deal on this. I got a little bit of digging out I'm gonna have to do around the sides here, as you can tell, but this is where we got it. They brought in a couple of their own equipment, the builders did, to flatten this area out, which was great. I got it for dirt cheap, so I didn't do a lot of work, so that's why I'll have to come through and dig some of this stuff out. But hey, I can't complain at the price that we got this at. So I'm gonna get some of these things moved around and put away, and then yeah, we'll be sitting real good. Okay, this is the last load of items. Well, as you can see, that's how my day has been going, trying to move this stuff around. Oh boy. So yes, I just went to the store and picked up the remainder of the products that I had stored there. So we got a little bit of lime, a little bit of fertilizer, and a little bit of seeds. Now I gotta clear these all off the road before I cause a wreck. But yes, everything's put back in a good spot, and I am really struggling here. Oh boy. All right, one item picked up. We'll come back for the rest. But yeah, just kind of getting some stuff stored under here. I decided to leave all those lettuce pallets I had already, just because we will be selling those soon. So kind of was like, well, what's the point of moving them all over under here after I stacked them so wonderfully neat? And that took me a hell of a long time. So get these last 3 things picked up, and then I think we're gonna grab the barrel that we have and go collect and sell off some milk. Oh, please don't hit our stuff. Please don't hit our stuff. Turn to the last second. So yeah, we'll finish picking up this stuff, and then I'm gonna grab the metal barrel over there, and yes, we will go collect the milk that we've produced, and I think we're just gonna sell it off, make the extra cash, and once we get some lettuce sold off in the next coming months, then yeah, we'll be doing all right, and we'll have enough money to afford a dairy production and the TMR stuff. So I'm not too worried about it now. I'm just gonna stack up the cash while I can, and then we'll sell it off at a later and better date. I'll be honest, that was a pain in the butt. So no more sheds going in on this farm. Now that it's set up and everything, it shouldn't be too bad to keep it maintained. We just gotta make sure we're not slacking off and stacking stuff where it needs to go. But yeah, we'll grab this and let's go sell some milk for the first time here in Sri Lanka. Maybe. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna head over there and collect what we got, and we'll go get some stuff sold. Well, there you have it. 2,600 liters of milk stored up in here. Cows are happy and fed. I love looking at these guys. Food went down a little bit. I'm just trying to keep tabs on how much they're eating and everything since we got those new cows. Just don't want to worry about them going hungry or not being healthy. So I am glad to see that they're all at 100% health. And yeah, awesome. Okay, I'm gonna check in and see who's giving the best prices for dairy today. Call around town quick, and then we'll go sell it off. Here's the dairy production that is taking the milk today. Nice little place here. So let's see what we get for all this. Okay, 6 grand, pretty easy 6 grand. Yeah, this place is nice. Very nice. Very happy with that though. That was, I mean, it was a lot of work to get our cows, and obviously we have more into them than that. But without a whole lot of work that's gone into actually like upkeep for them, that was a pretty good amount of money. So, yeah, this place is pretty neat. Alright, I'm gonna head back and get this returned, see if our greenhouse needs topped off, and we'll have to rinse this out. So we'll do all that and get all that taken care of. Okay, successfully cleaned out the barrel, and then I was able to load up some more water into the greenhouse, so that's all good to go. I'm gonna go park this tractor back where it belongs, and then that's it. Got everything sold we needed to this month. We got a new shed. We managed a net profit from the milk, so that's good. I would love to get a dairy production in soon. We technically can afford one now, but we have no milk to put into it, so I just don't think that's worth it. We'll save the money up, and then yeah, we'll be selling off some lettuce soon. And once we get this lettuce sold off, then we'll have to make some bigger financial decisions. We still have a long ways to go, but we're getting closer and closer. And I think, yeah, just things are looking good, and we're getting out of the cycle of doing contracts constantly. Yes, we still have been doing a lot, but you know, we've got a couple months now where we've been just focusing on our own farms and getting that all going. So yeah, things are good. I'm just ready to progress through this year, and I'm really hoping by the end of this year we're getting on our way to planting some sugar beets and all that jazz. So yeah, everything's coming up good. But I think it's just time to call it a day. I mean, we have nothing else. The weather's not great as far as temperatures, so there's nothing we can do contract wise. So I think that's it. I'm Original Farming, and I'll see you on the next one.